You said that we're just starting to scratch the surface of what an agentic society actually looks like.
We're approaching this world in which the marginal cost of the good output is approaching zero. We're going to see exponential demand for productivity and output. The way that you scale to that is with agents. When all of that happens, the org chart starts to become the work chart. You just don't need as many layers.
We were chatting about this concept you have that we're moving from product as artifact to product as organism.
Because these models are so effective at this point, you want to start to tune them to certain types of outcomes. All of a sudden, these are these living organisms that just get better with the more interactions that happen. I think this is the new IP of every single company, products that think and live and learn.
Planning right now is just crazy. How does anyone plan a roadmap when there's just like, okay, GPT-5's out?
We think about it as, what season are we in? Season 1 might have been prototyping of AI, and then it was all around models and reasoning models, and now it's the advent of agents.
There's a few strange things going on with this whole transition, with this whole new Xbox boss. They say Phil Spencer retired, but they only gave him 3 days. Today being her first day on the job. They say that Sarah Bond resigned and yet didn't mention her in any of the emails when they were talking about the change and thanking people for their contributions. Hell, they're even saying that Sarah Bond is the reason why exclusives were going to other platforms, even though Play Anywhere started in 2016. And there were so many times that Phil Spencer said that they're going to put things on any device. I mean, Ori and the Blind Forest was on Nintendo Switch way before Sarah Bond got on. But there's even more strange things going on, even with this new CEO, Asha. There's so many questions that immediately came to mind, even some that I didn't even bring up simply because I didn't want people copying me. There's been a whole lot of copying, some of which I appreciate, and some of which I'd be like, y'all ain't thought of that. Y'all just don't ever give me props for the things that I try to tell y'all. So today we're going to go over my thoughts on this whole Asha Sharma tenure to the Xbox. And it's not going to be what y'all been hearing it is. And I believe that I'm right on this too. In fact, by the time this video ends, you're going to think the same thing.
Today, my guest is Asha Sharma. Asha is Chief Vice President of Product for Microsoft's AI platform, where she oversees their AI infrastructure, foundation models, and agent tool chains, while also leading applied engineering, responsible AI, and growth for the core AI division.
So I guess the biggest question that we can ask here is, why her? She has absolutely no gaming background. She has absolutely no experience connecting with customers on a basis of sales. She was in charge of one of the most important aspects of the Windows business, a VP at that. She had a staff that worked under her. And yet they brought her to Xbox. And I don't see many people asking that question. That's the weirdest thing. Is that why in the fuck would they put her on a failing platform? And why would she accept it? Why would I know she didn't apply for this job? She can say whatever the fuck she wants to say. There's absolutely no way she applied for this job. No way. She was appointed this. One way you can find out or know is that Microsoft always had people in place. Sarah Bond was in place. And if it wasn't her, it would have been Matt Booty in place. Been in the gaming space, dealing with gaming for decades. Matt Booty was. Right? Matt Booty go all the way back to the cell phones. right? He was in charge of the cell phone gaming back when Windows phones. And yet they choose her. She just started with the company in this AI position in 2024, bro. And now all of a sudden, she's the CEO of Microsoft Gaming, even though her position or expertise or history and experience has never been anything to do with gaming. This is her experience. Her experience is teaching or lying to the public. What her experience is PR. Her experience is being able to tell the public white lies to sell a story. That's her experience all the way back to when she was working for Porch. Here's a video of her doing a seminar about PR with Porch, talking about how companies lie to sell a story to get people interested in a product.
When I think about what it took to get us to where we are, there were a lot of levers. I'm responsible for sales, for marketing, for operations, for support, and I had choices to make, whether I increased the number of engineers, whether I spent money on marketing. And the biggest surprise to me that made a huge difference in our distribution was PR. So that's why I decided to talk to you guys about PR. And there were 4 interesting lessons that I learned that I believe you guys might find helpful. So first, it starts with the story. So it doesn't start with pitching press. It doesn't start with press releases. It doesn't start with links. It doesn't start by split testing your way into it. It actually starts by telling a story and capturing the imaginations of journalists everywhere. If you think about great companies out there, it's the common denominator. It's not actually if they're a marketplace or not, or what their revenue model looked like, or if they were retail or if they were hardware. It actually matters on what the story was. So Steve Jobs, he revolutionized the music industry. He revolutionized the way we work and the way we think and the way we listen to music. And it was with one story, 1,000 songs in your pocket. And he landed on the cover of Newsweek and Times and Fortune and every single magazine out there. If you think of Patagonia, they were called the coolest company on the planet by Fortune. That's crazy. I actually don't know if they have the best product. There's so many outerwear companies out there. And to say that they're the coolest company on the planet, that was pure storytelling for them to go own that positioning. Howard Schultz, cover of Times, what Starbucks knows about America. Google knows more about America. Amazon knows more about America. This is a coffee company, yet they were on the cover of one of the most influential magazines that has over 1 million people reading it every single day. And the same with the Nike CEO, Mark Parker, the world's most creative CEO. I'm willing to bet that people in this room are more creative than Nike's Mark Parker. But their team owned that story, and they worked and they made that story come to life. And that's why these people are on the cover of these magazines. So Porch has told a lot of stories in our 18 months. One of the stories that we told, for example, was on our anniversary. We announced that we were going to build the home network. And so from there, we showed up in Entrepreneur, we showed up in USA Today, we showed up in Seattle Times, we showed up in BuzzFeed, we showed up in the New York Times and 40 other tier 1 publications. Every single company has a 1-year anniversary. We had no right to do that, but anybody can do that, and here's how.
And then she goes on to teach these people in the seminar how, step by step, to use a lie to gain traction. And she's going to tell them how to build a story, and then how to pitch it to the press after that. Like, first make your lie, and then attract the press with it, and then the press will run its course, partner up with somebody to help you with your story, somebody that can relate to this story that you just made up, and then, you know, get it to the public to get public interest. And you have all these different magazines and news coverage and press coverage covering this lie. That's a white lie. It's not necessarily a lie. And she used the anniversary of their company as an example, which isn't a lie. This is the anniversary of this company, but they used that anniversary of the company to then make a story about something that they were going to do, but they're not doing it because of their anniversary. And that's where the white lie is. That's why they call it a white lie. It's a soft lie, because it's true that it's at their anniversary. It's true that they're doing this certain thing with their company, but in reality, they're not doing that thing with their company because of their anniversary. It just so happened to be their anniversary, and it created a story combining these two things to segue over into what the public interest actually is. But to say it's our anniversary is just a thing to grab the press to come talk about your product or talk about whatever you're talking about, to then bring it to the public to see it, and then to gain interest in the product that you're either selling or want attention to become to. So that's her whole thing. And we've already seen this with the Xbox. You see, she had AI write her story, because this Twitter account that she has is the only way that she's actually communicating with the gaming populace to begin with. No speeches, no interviews, no nothing. Not yet. They will do it, but not yet. Right? And I'm pretty sure Matt Booty will be the one to interview her. Right? They're writing down the story as we speak, but she put down, or she had the AI, or I don't know, but the AI did this, right? Today, I begin my role as CEO of Xbox, which was a lie. She didn't begin her role until Monday, today. But she wrote this 2 days ago on Friday, supposedly. But I believe her AI did it, like I said. We'll go over that. But this is what she started off. The very first thing that she said to the public was a lie, right? Is today we bring the role of the CEO of Xbox. Here are my 3 commitments. 1, great games. What the fuck? How is that a commitment? Are you saying that games that are coming out right now, or games that have been coming out for Xbox, aren't great? And you, an AI analyst, is going to fix that fucking problem. Okay. 2, the return of Xbox. What do you mean, the return of Xbox? Return how? So Phil Spencer's tenure, they left the identity of Xbox. How are you going to return to Xbox? Are you saying you're going to make exclusives again? Like, what's the return of Xbox, right? And then 3, future of play. Like, how is that a commitment? Future of play. Like, this is how you know it's AI. Like, nobody questioned that number 3. Future of play. What the fuck? How is that a commitment? Future of play. Like, I'm trying to understand how that's a commitment. I commit to future of play. Like, we've heard this future of play from Sarah Bond. We heard future of play from Phil Spencer. This is a buzzword inside of your company, but I'm trying to understand how that's a commitment for a gaming company. Future of play. Are you committing that there's going to be a future of Xbox? There's always going to be a future of Xbox. There's just wasn't going to be no console. And this still don't mean that you're going to have a console. Return of Xbox? Return of Xbox. You see, another reason why you know this shit is AI is those 3 points are the exact 3 points that she said in her email to the company, and the same message that they left on the blog. And great games, return of Xbox, and future of play read like this. First, great games. Everything begins here. We must have great games, beloved by players, before we do anything, okay? Unforgettable characters, stories that make us feel innovative gameplay and creative excellence. We will empower our studios, invest in iconic franchises, and back bold new ideas. We will take risks. We will enter new categories and markets where we can add real value grounded in what customers care about most. I promoted Matt Booty in honor of this commitment. He understands the craft and the challenges of building great games, has led teams that deliver award-winning work, and has earned the trust of game developers across the industry. Okay. Matt Booty was already doing this, but she hired him to be next to her and give him a new role. That's the same role. They just renamed it because I guess they're going to be renaming Xbox Studios into Microsoft Games or Microsoft Gaming or whatever. But that's point one. So make great games. And she said absolutely nothing new. She has said absolutely nothing that Phil Spencer hasn't said prior, or that Matt Booty has said prior. And they still have delivered mediocre games and still haven't brought that to attract people to their brands. Second, the return of Xbox. We will recommit to our core Xbox fans and players, those who have invested with us for the past 25 years, and to the developers who built the expansive universes and experiences that are embraced by players across the world. I don't understand that because what do you mean the return of Xbox? You just said you're gonna recommit, then you ain't returning. You're recommitting. Like Xbox has been about Xbox core Xbox fans, hasn't it? Or what have you guys been doing? Was it about PC and now it's going to be about Xbox? What do you mean about Xbox? Xbox console players? Because those are the ones who bought it for the past 25 years. Are you going to respect the Xbox console players or what are we doing? Well, let's continue. We will celebrate our roots with a renewed commitment to Xbox, starting with console, she wrote this with fucking AI. Like, why are there so many errors? We will celebrate our roots with a renewed commitment to Xbox, starting with console, which has shaped who we are. It connects us to the players and the fans who invest in Xbox and the developers who build ambitious experiences for it. Gaming now lives across devices, not within the limits of a single piece of hardware. This is what I mean by shit don't make sense. Because first you say, we will celebrate our roots with a renewed commitment to Xbox, starting with console, which has shaped who we are, right? And then goes on to say, gaming now lives across devices, not within the limits of a single piece of hardware. Like, so then you're not celebrating roots with a renewed commitment to those Xbox players. There ain't no renewed. You're literally continuing what's been going on when you say gaming now lives across devices, not within the limits of any single piece of hardware. This whole thing is AI, man. I'm sorry, I think she's not even a person. She's AI. But as we expand across PC, mobile, and cloud, right? Xbox should feel seamless, instant, and worthy of communities we serve. I don't understand what that means either. I don't understand. What do you mean? What do you mean that Xbox should feel seamless, instant, and worthy of communities we serve? Bro, if it's a console, if you mean Xbox is a console, then you don't need to say that it should be seamless and instant. It is already there. Like it's a console, bro. Like it doesn't make sense for you to say it in that way. She goes, as we expand across PC, mobile, and cloud, Xbox should feel seamless, instant, and worthy of the communities we serve. We will break down barriers so developers can build once and reach players everywhere without compromise. That is a direct quote from Phil Spencer. That's direct. So how are you doing a new commitment to console gamers and you're starting off new and all of this new and we're going to refocus and all of that, but then go and parrot Phil Spencer and saying the same exact things that these console gamers don't like. They want you to do exclusives. They're in your fucking Twitter asking you about exclusives. And it's like you're saying, "Oh, I hear you." Like we'll go over that, but it's you're lying already. You've already, like, these Xbox players aren't seeing this. Like, you don't see the contradiction within these two paragraphs that makes absolutely no sense unless you're just going to continue with the Phil Spencer reign. You're just Phil Spencer 2.0 at this point. What you say for third? Oh, future of play. We are witnessing the reinvention of play. I thought you were going to go back to your. We are witnessing the reinvention of play. To meet the moment, we will reinvent new business models and new ways to play by leaning into what we already have. Iconic teams, characters, and worlds that people love. But we will not treat those worlds as static IP to milk and monetize. We will build shared platform and tools that empower developers and players to create their and share their own stories. What the fuck? What are you talking about? So it's like I said this. I don't know if I was on Porter Rocks or I don't know. Oh, I was on 6 yesterday, and I said that I think that she's going to want to make an AI based gaming platform using PC, but she's going to want gamers to create games for them, and that's exactly what she's saying here. For developers and players to create and share their own stories. As monetization and AI evolve and influence this future, I thought you just said you wasn't going to do monetization. But as monetization and AI evolve and influence this future, we will not chase short-term efficiency or flood the ecosystems with soulless AI slop. Like, okay. Games are and always will be art crafted by humans and created with the most innovative technology provided by us. Okay. So now you want to say this is what I mean by like Satya Nadella has already said that he doesn't want people calling AI slop, and here you are on a message board with Satya Nadella talking about AI slop. Rather, you saying that it won't be in games as AI slop or whatever. Like, why? What? Like, this is AI, bro. And how are gamers, or how do you? Why would you say as monetization and AI evolve and influence this future, but then turn around and say you're not going to use that? But you say you're talking about the future of play, and you say as monetization and AI evolve and influence this future, we will not chase short-term efficiency. So you're not going to say, so what are you considering AI slop? Because gamers consider anything inside of games that are AI slop, whether it's a lot or a little. Like, gamers don't like a little bit of AI influencers, AI stuff within their games. Period. And you're talking about you're not going to focus on AI slop. And it's just like you say that, but you're saying AI and monetization evolves and influences this future and the future of play. It's just weird, bro. But it's just like, it's so off. Like, everything about this whole thing is off. Everything that she said is off. She has not communicated herself at all in any way, shape, or form. She's used AI for every sort of communication, even in the Microsoft blog, because there's no way you wrote this with this many contradictions. There's far too many contradictions in this, and not spelling errors, but like no commas in certain places, no periods. I've seen this same AI stuff in your Twitter. Here, let's go over to Twitter real quick. So if you go to her account, right, you see that she started this account in 2021, right? And there are absolutely no posts unless she deleted them all, right? She only has 2 posts. The one about the plan and the top 3 Gators games ever. Why? That's her first post. So apparently in 5 years, that's her first post, right? And which is already weird. And it just says CEO at Xbox. There's nothing else there. No background. She doesn't even have a gold check mark, right? It has an Xbox sign. But this was here for 4 years. And I'm wondering, did this just exist and why? You know what I mean? Because did she delete everything? Like man, the only media that she posted was a GIF, and we'll go over this GIF as well. But I see this as an AI account. I believe I no, this is an AI account, right? There's no personality in the account within itself, right? Because AIs don't have personalities. But nothing here, right? Joined in January 2021, based in the United States, verified since December 2025. So she didn't start paying for this account since the end of December 2025. And I'll get more on that date because, like I said, that this lets me know when they started. And it goes affiliated with Xbox, not Microsoft, not AI, but with Xbox, right? One username changed January 2021. So it was changed. It was changed from something to Asha in 2021, right? And in an app store in the United States, right? But that's just one weird thing, right? But verified, she didn't start paying for this account till 2025, right? So what makes it AI though is just look at these replies, right? Just look at these replies. This is what's weird, right? It goes, top 3 greatest games ever. Why? Go, right? And this guy puts Smash J puts this bullshit, right? She goes, great list. I did my top 3 in another reply. Halo, Valheim, 007. It's been a long time since I played Chrono Trigger. Have you done every ending? Thanks for all the detail. I appreciate it a ton. Like, especially the part where have you done every ending? Makes me feel as though this is AI. Because if you're a gamer, like you wouldn't just now start your Xbox account, especially if you work for Microsoft, right? But you say Halo is your top, and you know what? Like I said, bro. If Halo was your top game, then you'd have Halo 1, 2, 3, and 4 before Master Chief Collection. You would have it. Like if you're saying that you're playing all the way, you've been gaming since Chrono Trigger days, right? And you got the 3 endings. So you're saying, or have you like if you've seen all like you've played the endings? You know what I'm saying? Like if you're that hardcore, and you're trying to pretend that you're that hardcore, then why? And you say your favorite game is Halo, then why haven't you played Halo until January of this year, huh? Like, why is that? Why don't you have any other achievements, right? You know what I mean? Because if you were playing all the way back in Chrono Trigger, which came out before Halo, then when Halo came out, and if you're a fan of Halo, you would have had Halo achievements at least from 3 and up, or 2, or CE, or something like that. You were playing and beating these games this year. How? Right? But still, he goes, I don't believe you. In fact, I think your account is an AI. Beep, 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 boop. Not no. What are you talking about? I'm real. No, just a AI joke, right? And it goes, there's a few of them in here. Like, thanks, I'll try Borderlands 2 today. Like, and she played Borderlands 2 for 2 minutes. I'll show it. I'll put a screenshot up. But she tried it. But still, it's you should host some type of community feedback channel, maybe a roundtable. What the fuck? Don't be telling motherfuckers to do no roundtable. Maybe a roundtable series with the community and developers. Great idea. That's it. Not even a period. Like not even, bro. Did you just start touching games? I am no Xbox P3, so I am no Phil Spencer. But it's just say yes or no, or like you just said that you were playing Chrono Trigger, bro. Like you were just saying that you had 3. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just not even making sense. You know what I mean? Like he goes, "This your first day?" Then she answers, "Top 3, Mr. Hardy." What? Like this is clearly AI. Let's go with the top 3 greatest Xbox exclusive games instead. That would make more sense since you're the new boss and you have your work cut out for you. Crackdown 3, Saints Row, Horizon 3. If you want to really prove yourself to the community, really listen to them. I'm listening. So she skips the first part, but I'm listening. Are you listening? Except you don't, and that's not smart. I don't feel like watching. I posted it. I'm a Shamara, right? That's her fucking. She posted her shit, right? Gaz with this little Phil Spencer song. She makes a laughing emoji. Um, what are yours? For me, it's Halo, Valheim, and Valheim and GoldenEye, which she doesn't even have on her Xbox account. And if she was playing GoldenEye, and she means like Nintendo 64 GoldenEye, then like I said, where's her history with Halo and stuff like that? Like where you would have these things, like if you're playing back then, before, games that came out before Halo. It's just strange. It's just strange. Like some of this stuff is just strange. Like this person right here, he's a fanboy. All of a sudden, these Xbox fanboys want exclusives again, right? Because now all of a sudden they matter. When Phil was in office, oh, exclusives are dumb and they don't make sense and nobody needs them. And now everybody wants exclusives. And she's like, hear you. Not I hear you. Not I'm listening. Not there's a plan for that. No, hear you. That's an AI reply, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he even says right here, he goes, AI Indian woman about to put the official nail in the coffin. We about to get DEI Xbox now. It's so over. And then she goes, I'm from Wisconsin. Go pack! Exclamation point. What the fuck does that mean, bro? Or even Phil Spencer, right? She replies to Phil Spencer. He goes, I'm excited for Asha. As she steps into the CEO role, she's joining an incredible group of people, teams, and talent, heart, and deep commitment to the players they serve. Watching her learn with curiosity and real desire to strengthen the foundation we've built gives me confidence that our Xbox communities will be well supported in the years ahead. And she leaves a gif of somebody trying to take a key from somebody that's taller than them. This is where you make a speech. This is where you say, thank you, Phil. I appreciate the commitment. I would definitely, make sure that the community is driven. Now, you would say something, some PR shit that she so specializes in, like that she would say that. She would say something. You don't leave a gift to this. You know what I'm saying? You don't. This is not a time for a gift. And this is the only gift that she has left. Right? This is why I believe this is an AI. You know what I'm saying? Bittersweet day to see Phil Spencer retire. But as a new CEO, I look forward to seeing where your leadership and perspective takes Xbox in the next 25 years of gaming. It goes, Xbox, or she's saying Phil Spencer will always be part of Xbox. Here's to the next 25 years. Like, there's just nothing answers. And she doesn't realize that Paris is just kissing ass so he can try to, get reconnected, saying that Phil Spencer was his connection to the actual Xbox to begin with, bro. And then Xbox, the Twitter plays, whatever, Twitter social manager they got running Xbox goes, welcome to the Xbox team. We're excited about what we'll build together. And then she goes, should bring the Blade dashboard ? What the fuck is she talking about, bro? She's talking about the 360 blades to an Xbox Twitter account? Like I said, these replies are clearly AI. And the level of disrespect that you couldn't even address the public, that where you put an AI agent to control your Twitter account. An AI agent, this is like a social experiment, bro. That you put an AI agent to control this and have it answering or replying back to even Phil Spencer, let alone like the fans of Xbox, and got this AI saying anything it wants. And that's what's scary. That I believe that there is something a little bit more sinister going on with it. Because why would you have AI answer questions from fans for? That means you don't care about their questions, but it also means you don't care about the answer either. Let's talk more about it.
Like, I build an agent or assistant every single week to do different things, and I'm super impressed with now how they can actually achieve different tasks and automate different systems of my life or my
Like
work.
what?
And so, you know, I have an assistant to help me calendar, for example.
That you're, instead of buying some application, you're sort of building your own?
Yeah, I use, you know, we have a studio called Azure AI Studio, and so you can just configure an assistant there and connect it into, you can give it certain skills and superpowers, things like that.
So this further lets you know that she made an AI to communicate with the gamers, and I guess she sees communication with the gamers as a task. You know, a task meant for AI. Communicating with the very people you claim that you're going to sell to, claim that you're going to fix, claim that, you know, you're going to respect, and you don't even speak to them. You have an AI do it. And what's sad is some of these fools actually believe it's you they talking to. That's crazy. Even worse, now all of a sudden articles are out everywhere saying that it was all Sarah Bond's fault. That games going to other platforms was Sarah Bond's idea. She was difficult to work with. Even though every since she's been there, nobody has said anything about her being difficult to work with. Phil Spencer was her boss. If there was an issue with what she had to say, or if it was an issue with anything that she did, Phil Spencer would have addressed it to begin with. Why does it have to be Sarah Bond who is the one that was bad? They took all the blame off of Phil Spencer and put it on her. But that's not something that we didn't know from the very first day we seen her get hired. We knew automatically and talked about automatically, frequently, about how she was the scapegoat for this travesty that y'all did to the Xbox. But thinking of that, I'm also thinking, why in the fuck did they put you here? Like I said in the beginning of the video, why did they take you from AI, one of the most important positions in Microsoft right now, and put you in the gaming arm? Because I don't think that it's to fix anything, because you don't have the experience to understand what's going on. That's like putting an infant in this position, because you don't really know much about video games. You don't care about video games. You don't even care to communicate. You came from the cloud space, and as I thought more and more about that, the AI space, all that, as I thought more and more and more and more about that, I started to realize something. You got demoted. You are on your way out as well. They're going to shut down Xbox and shut you down as well. You got demoted. Because it started making me remember what other news came out earlier this year about how Microsoft was struggling extremely bad on AI.
January 2025. Microsoft's quarterly earnings call turns into a disaster. Satya Nadella is asked about Copilot adoption rates. He deflects, gives vague answers about strong enterprise interest and growing engagement. Analysts push harder. They want numbers, specific data, how many businesses actually use Copilot daily. How many of the 400 million Microsoft 365 subscribers pay the extra $30 monthly for Copilot? Nadella refuses to provide figures. That refusal tells investors everything. When tech companies won't share adoption numbers, it means those numbers are embarrassing. Within hours, leaked internal Microsoft documents reveal why Nadella stayed silent. After 2 years of availability and billions in development costs, only 4% of eligible Microsoft 365 users subscribe to Copilot. That's 16 million users out of 400 million. Worse, of those 16 million subscribers, only 38% use it more than once per week. Microsoft bet the company's future on AI, built Copilot into everything. spent $13 billion on OpenAI partnership, and users are rejecting it overwhelmingly. Copilot isn't just underperforming. It's becoming Microsoft's most expensive product failure since Windows Phone. The adoption numbers. Microsoft won't publish.
Will they deliver enough value for people to increase what they're spending from $100 to $360 a year? And I think the answer is that we don't see it today.
Microsoft announced Copilot for Microsoft 365 in March 2023, made it generally available in November 2023. Priced at $30 per user monthly on top of existing Microsoft 365 subscriptions. The pitch was compelling. AI assistant integrated into Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Teams would revolutionize productivity. Write emails, create presentations, analyze spreadsheets, summarize meetings. Microsoft projected 40% of Microsoft 365 users would adopt Copilot within 18 months. That would mean 160 million subscribers by mid-2025, generating $57.6 billion annually at $30 per user. Reality is catastrophically different. Internal adoption tracking shows 16 million Copilot subscribers by December 2024. That's 4% adoption. Microsoft missed their projection by 90%. But raw subscription numbers hide deeper problems. The leaked data includes usage statistics. Of 16 million subscribers, only 6.1 million used Copilot in the last 30 days. That's 38% of paid subscribers actively using the product they're paying $360 annually for. The other 62% subscribe but don't use it. Breaking down those 6.1 million active users reveals worse trends. Only 2.3 million use Copilot daily. The rest use it sporadically, a few times per month or less. For a productivity tool that costs $360 yearly, daily usage should be near 100%. You don't pay $360 for something you use occasionally. The usage patterns indicate most subscribers tried Copilot, found it underwhelming, stopped using it, but haven't canceled yet. Subscription cancellations lag actual product abandonment by months. The Q1 2025 renewal data will show the real disaster. Why aren't users adopting Copilot? Internal Microsoft surveys provide answers. Of 50,000 Microsoft 365 users surveyed in November 2024, 73% who tried Copilot said it doesn't provide enough value to justify the cost. 68% said the suggestions are often wrong or irrelevant. 61% said it's faster to do the work myself than fix Copilot's output. These aren't casual users complaining. These are Microsoft's own customers explaining why they won't pay for Copilot.
You see, she failed at her job. She got demoted flat out. And this explains everything. Because one, like I said, you don't go from AI to Xbox. That don't make sense. Even if you want to integrate Xbox, she was a boss in AI, right? She was like second in command status, right? Or actually there was a president and there was like 4 people with different sections that they took care of. She was one of those people who took care of the product. She took care of you know, how customers use and building agents and all that stuff, and how they failed at adoption. They failed at people using AI. They lost tons of money. So they demoted her here, and she's bitter. This is why she hasn't even communicated with the populace yet. This is why she's using AI and letting AI give shitty answers. This is why she's using AI in her fucking little blog post that she shared with Satya Nadella and fucking Phil Spencer and was missing commas and periods and shit, and just shit that is supposed to come out perfect because, you know, this is your boss. You used AI, their AI, and say, this is why it failed. Not me. It's because your product is bad. That's what I see. I see that They took her for absolutely no reason, with absolutely no experience, literally to fail on a failing platform. We know that you got your job in January. Even though it got announced today, you got the yes in January. And that's why you started your Xbox account. They knew what was going on. Phil and them knew what was going on. Sarah Bond knew what was going on. They knew what was going on. Y'all still wanted to make Sarah Bond look bad. You still didn't even let Phil Spencer do his goodbyes because they was done with Phil. And they done with you. They probably asking you to get AI integrated into Xbox, even though they know it's impossible because gamers don't want AI in Xbox. You leave that speech contradicting yourself time and time again. You even say AI slop when Satya Nadella said he don't want to hear nobody talking about no AI slop. You have your AI put that in there. You see, she's on her way out as well because Xbox is on its way out. And so when they cancel Xbox, they can cancel her position as well. Give it to Matt Booty. That's why Matt Booty's still there. I think. That's what I think. I believe that she lost her position. Downgraded to here. And the way she's acting on Twitter, not making a full account. She might even have AI playing her games on Xbox. She don't care about gaming. She don't know shit about gaming. She ain't studied gaming. It's 100,000% out of her wheelhouse. I believe that that's what's going on, bro. That's my thought on this lady. It's not about gamers. It's about Microsoft doing what they can to get somebody who gets paid well out of the gamers. I mean, out of Microsoft by saying that they failed. Give them a reason to let her go, or just say that that position no longer exists. But with Copilot failing, and then they put her on Microsoft Xbox, when Copilot need people like her most. And then if you go and you just look at how she carried herself and how she did things and what position she carried, they put all the blame on her. They didn't get rid of nobody else. They lost billions of dollars on AI. They lost more money on AI than they did on Xbox. They got rid of Phil Spencer. They got rid of Sarah Bond. And they're about to get rid of Xbox by putting somebody who don't have any experience, plan, or even communication skills whatsoever when it comes to communicating directly with customers. She's not used to communicating directly with customers. Right now, she's building her story. She's following her same PR plan that she's been using since she was with Porch somewhere. It's crazy to watch. It's funny that y'all ain't see it. It's funny y'all don't see it. It's like y'all forgot Copilot is failing for Microsoft. She was a part of that. And she was the weakest link. She was the newest person there. Her other boss that's right next to her, he been there for like 20 years. They got rid of her. She was new, she failed, and they put her to Xbox. She's disgruntled. She's using AI to communicate because she's not even engaging in this position. She don't even like it. If she did, then she would be talking. When Phil Spencer left that on Twitter, she would have left a whole speech for Phil Spencer. If she would have actually wrote, just think about all of this, bro. Think about how bad all that is and why that is. It's all on purpose. It's crazy, bro. Tell me I'm off. Tell me I'm off. Leave it in the chat room. Leave it in the chat. Tell me I'm off. Because if you ask me, she out next. Because Xbox is out next. And they're using Xbox to get rid of all the people that they want to get rid of. And she was just next on the list. Because she already failed them, as new as she is. Schemes for game. Lights look right on this. I know what time it is. Okay. Watch these weird ass niggas say they told you so, just like they always fucking do. Bitch ass niggas always want to fucking copy what the fuck I say until I say it, and fucking weak ass niggas. That's what it is though. I'm out. I mean, for real though, like, how in the fuck are you on Xbox? You're not even an Xbox gamer. You just started your account in January. How are you playing the game at 10 o'clock in the afternoon on your very first day as the boss of Xbox? How? How are you playing your game? You know what I'm saying? How are we logged in? I swear this is AI. I swear this is AI. 100%. I swear that this account, this gaming account, is fucking AI. The games it played is AI. The way they played it. I mean, it was getting fucking like these rare, like I pointed out, like it's getting rare trophies, and I think it's AI, bro. I do. I just think everything that she has done has been AI, bro. It's just all weird. It's all weird. Halo is a very difficult game to play. Like, you just don't go in there. I can't say difficult, but you can't start as a gamer. I'm just walking in, newborn gamer, and think you're going to play a first-person shooter. A first-person shooter where you need to use every single solitary button. You're not going to tell me that that's going to be like something that you just beat in one day. You're not gonna fucking tell me you beat Halo in one day if you've never played fucking Halo and you're not a gamer and you just open your fucking gaming account. You're not gonna tell me this shit. You're not. I'm not finna hear this shit. I'm not. I'm not. I don't even think it's like that she gave it to some kids or even have her developers, like I said earlier. No, I think this shit AI. That's only what makes sense, seeing that there's some games on there that was completed in their entirety. There's games bought on there or for no reason. Like, I will never understand why y'all can't see this shit, bro. I just, every second I find something fucking new, bro. You didn't see Sarah Bond talk about her fucking Xbox? You didn't see Sarah Bond over there talking about her fucking trying to prove herself by showing some fucking, Xbox games being played. She was like, shit, my kids play that shit. Phil Spencer, monkey ass, do you think that nigga was playing them games? I don't think he was playing them games. I swear to God, this is the leader of the new Xbox. And how are you day one lollygagging? Like, how are you, like I said, you're lying day one. Either you're lollygagging and on your Xbox for some reason at 10 a.m. or this is some AI shit. I don't know, bro. My bad. I just, every time I'll see something and just, bruh, you know what I'm saying? Fucking Major Nelson, aka Larry Herb, over there telling her, hey, make sure you communicate with the community and shit. And the motherfucking AI is gonna say, got it, Major. You got it, Major. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Like, these ain't responses. These are not responses at all. Like, man, every time I just look at it, I just get mad, bro. Cause I'm like, God, we went from lying to you as a human to lying to you about being human. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that you're that detached. That detached. Like, you don't fucking hire somebody who don't care about their position unless you want that shit to die. God, I know she fair. I know that's what it is. I know I'm right. I know the Copilot and her failing at that and getting in trouble, and they didn't want to fire her because she was a VP. So they said, hey, we finna put you in charge of Xbox. And it surprised the shit out of her ass. The bitch in January found the fuck out that that's what the fuck is happening. Went, hurried up, got on fucking Xbox, made a new account, started setting up her AI to play some games because she knew that she was gonna have to have something to show people to prove that she belongs in this position. I don't fucking know. I think there's a hidden message in all of this, and it's that she's using AI to mock Microsoft because you can see how bad this shit is. You can see how bad the replies are, and she's like, this is why Copilot failed. Because y'all couldn't even get this shit to speak proper English. I know you see the mistakes in the messages I have left, in the blogs that I have left. You can see that it's AI, and we're supposed to be at the level we ain't supposed to see this. I don't care what nobody says, man. All evidence points to that she got let go. In the AI section, they pulled her ass out, put her in Xbox, because that was the trash arm of the fucking company that she would never be able to fix because she don't got the experience to even understand the gaming world. But they had to put her somewhere so they can fucking shut this shit the fuck down and her along with it. I can't see it no other way now. Now I'm really out. I'm tired. I'm about to go sleep.